Hello and welcome to WashingtonExec's video series. I'm Amanda Ziadeh with WashingtonExec, and joining me today is Kyle Tuberson. He's ICF's Public Sector Chief Technology Officer. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kyle.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So today we're discussing the evolving low-code, no-code platforms movement and how it's helping the public sector. But first, can you briefly describe to our audience what the low-code, no-code platform movement is and what its value is?
Sure, of course. So in its simplest form, the low-code movement is about building applications faster without having to write a lot of the infrastructure or underlying code, if you will. But I think what's really important is to look at what are the external factors driving this. And if you think about the federal IT budget, there's about 80% of it that's spent on operations and maintenance. So this is an aging technology portfolio that needs to be modernized. It also presents cybersecurity risk. So if you're spending all of your time patching legacy technology, you introduce the potential for missing a cybersecurity vulnerability. And then finally, citizens and employees are expecting digital experiences that are more in line with what they experience in their daily lives. So from a business perspective, you can think of these platforms, the low code, by being able to develop applications fast, give you agility and time to value. So business can get products in front of their citizens or internal workers a lot faster than before. From a CIO perspective, it's standardization and stability, knowing that applications are being built on a secure platform. And that's very comforting to a CIO and a CTO. And then finally, selfishly for developers, it's about having to write less what we call plumbing code. So a lot of the infrastructure or underlying code to enable the development of applications is pretty much the same from application to application. And these low-code platforms eliminate the need to do that so developers can focus on high-value work as opposed to writing underlying code.
So how have these platforms evolved in software and applications over time, and why are we just now hearing about the momentum in this movement?
Yeah, they continue to evolve, but really it started almost over 20 years ago. Developers have always tried to find ways to simplify the development lifecycle. The quicker we can build a product and get it to market, the better. But a lot of low-code platforms, they originated out of help desk or IT service desk. So if you think of a help desk, there's a ticket, a request that something's not working. That ticket needs to be resolved through some workflow and approval process, and then finally it gets closed. And so CIOs know how to run an organization or agency aligned to providing that service to the agency. But what happened is that they started to recognize and they radiate out from help desk to HR onboarding. As you know, there's a workflow component to that, financial management, grants management, training and technical assistance. So there's numerous opportunities to build digital experiences in an agency that follows a similar model to where these platforms really started in their roots in IT service management.
So how are low-code, no-code platforms helping public sector bridge a lingering talent gap?
Yeah, so one of the points I made in the beginning was that these platforms enable the development of applications much faster. It's a lot easier to build applications. So the other benefit of it is that they provide a drag and drop canvas, so it doesn't require software development skills to build applications. So if you have a team of analysts, it might be English majors, psychology majors, biology majors, who are in your business and they understand the details of the mission and they understand the back office business processes or even the citizen facing business applications. Once they, examine and study the business process, they can then go into these low code platforms and really drag and drop the pieces of functionality that they need to create a new digital experience. And so where we're seeing the talent gap, it's helping the pool of candidates that can do this work is much larger than it had been in the past. Whereas if you're going to do a custom development project, you really need software developers or computer science majors. So you really limit the number of people who can do the work.
Right. So what is the extent of ICF's involvement in these platforms then? And are there plans to expand in this area in the future?
Yeah, we're heavily involved in these platforms and see it as a key element of our digital transformation playbook. As we think of digital transformation, we think of it in really three pillars. The CIO advisory work, the infrastructure, all the planning that needs to go in to enable an agency to deliver services to its mission. In the middle, there's the application design and delivery, where we're building new experiences for citizens and office workers using these low-code, no-code platforms. And then finally, the artificial intelligence and machine learning, and being able to leverage new and emerging capabilities that you can then now integrate with these platforms. So when we think of our own investment in this area, we will continue to invest. There's emerging platforms that are coming out all the time. But I do think what's important from our perspective is this convergence of these digital platforms or low-code platforms to enable time to value, getting product in front of clients faster, but now integrating more of the AI and machine learning capabilities as well.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Kyle, for sharing these insights with us. We look forward to continuing to watch the evolution of the low-code, no-code platform movement. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.